Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys why the unreleased Toundra Panther is easily the one must-buy vehicle from the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC update. So that's right, we have the Toundra Panther, which is a new French sports car under a new French brand, and it's actually based on the 2017 to present Alpine A110. And not only is this one of the coolest cars in real life, but Rockstar did an incredible job of recreating it in-game. So it's obviously in the sports car class, available on the Legendary Motorsports site for $2,170,000. So it is pricey. The description, a French lightweight sports car, might seem like the automotive equivalent of a slimline cigarette. But don't let that put you off. This revival of an old classic still packs a killer punch. Stripped to the bone, she'll get you from 0 to 60 faster than it takes a Frenchman to try and sleep with your wife. And as we briefly talked about earlier, this car brand, Toundra, this is the first vehicle in the Grand Theft Auto series. We've never had a vehicle from this car brand before, which is really cool because something like this is pretty rare. I think the last time we've seen something like that might have actually been like Progen back in 2015, and that was for McLaren. So we're getting a new car brand, which is so cool. Let's go ahead and bring this guy into the Los Santos custom shop. And I was pleasantly surprised. We had a decent amount of customization to go over here. We had 23 unique customization spots. So obviously it starts with armor and brakes, nothing unique there. But in the front bumpers, you have 18 different options that you actually get to choose from. So right off the bat, you get to add a handful of different splitters for the front, and you also get to modify a ton of different diffusers on the back with 12 unique options. So right off the bat, you really can do a lot to this vehicle to customize it and make it the way you want. And that sort of continues with your exhaust options, as there's about 10 that you get to choose from here. Again, all on the back of the vehicle, but giving them different shapes, different coats like titanium or chrome, etc. So that's the exhaust. And then on the grille, you get to modify about 10 different options too, whether you want race car, sports, or GT in a variety of colors, carbon, chrome, or secondary. And the customization just continues on this bad boy, as we've got 25 different hood options that you can choose from. So as far as sports cars go, it's one of the most customizable in the entire game, with some very unique hood options that you can add to it as well. Now in the interior, you can also modify the seats too. If you want competitive seats, carbon seats, racing seats, if you want to add a roll cage on the inside too, you totally can. I wanted to keep this one a little bit more stock, but again, you guys can go for absolutely whatever you want here. Now, moving on to our liveries, there's a handful of them, simple, and some unique ones. The first is white stripes, which is just 2 thick white stripes that go along the hood, roof, and back of the vehicle. Pretty simple. After that, it is stripes color, which puts this sort of orange diagonal stripe towards the front edge of the back rear tires. And this is actually based off of a real-life livery that was applied to the Alpine A110-50. If I can find a picture of that, I'll put it on the screen for you guys right now. So Rockstar definitely took some inspiration on a handful of the liveries that they actually created for this car, which they typically do for other vehicles as well. After that, it is Toundra, which puts the Toundra logo at the bottom of the door sill in sort of this black color with these white stripes outlining it. I like that one a lot. I also like the tricolor one, which is the color of the French flags. Sorry, France, about the World Cup. That was an awesome match. Argentina just a little bit better in that one, but you can see it kind of goes right over the driver's side and that left-hand headlight. So that is tricolor. After that, it is white pinstripe. White pinstripe is definitely interesting. I'm not sure if this one was my favorite, just because it also puts like this weird like black in there too, which was kind of giving it this like zebra effect. It was almost giving me a little bit of a headache, really, when you drive it from the back. So wasn't a huge fan of that. Then it is sketched speed. This one also is taken from a real-life reference, in case you're wondering. This seems to be based on the Alpine A110 S Cup, which they've added a yellow stripe to it. But you can kind of see there that it's got the same sort of like door sill design, Instead of 6, it says 36. So again, Rockstar taking a lot of references from real-life car liveries, but that is sketch speed. After that, it's Racer two-tone. You've got this bright yellow on the bottom, I'll say 10th of the car, with these sort of like white racing sort of design on the front and roof and back of the vehicle. That one's okay. Camo, I'm not exactly a big fan of all the camo liveries on here, and this one in particular wasn't too exciting for me, but that's camo. After that, it is Bulko Racer. I wasn't really too sure what to think of this one, but it puts that big 19 logo, the Bulko sponsorship on there, a handful of other sponsorships. And I did like the last one, the GTO Racer, with that white stripe going down the center. It had a couple of fun sponsorships like E-Cola and iFind, as well as Ron and Front a Lot. So some cool liveries if you wanted to create a race car look. So those are all your liveries right there. Now we move on to our louvers. You can put a handful on the back windshield right there in tuner or street. And then it's time to move on to our resprays. You have primary color, which is going to have an impact on anything you selected as primary. And then same with secondary, anything you selected as secondary, but it is also going to change the color of the brake calipers. So if you wanted to match those colors with either a livery or another color, that's how you can do that. For the roof, you can also put a handful of upgrades to it, 12 of them, including a sunroof or even some shark fin aerials on there too. So some nice designs that you can throw on there. Same with 22 different skirt options. So not only did we have 23 unique customization options, but underneath each one is a handful of different things that you can actually choose from. So lots of design options, including some sun strips, and a spoiler so that you can get that extra traction bonus along the way. And then other than that, it is suspension, transmission, turbo, wheels, and windows. That right there is pretty much it. So now that we've gone inside the Los Santos Custom Shop, we've gotten this thing all souped up and ready to go. This is what it looks like outside of the LSC. You can see the two-door sports car, the boot that opens up in the back, trunk in the front. So there you go. That is the Toundra Panther, what it would look like if you brought it to a car show. Now, I wanted to test to see if those headlights on the front would actually be functional because they are sort of the most unique design element of the Toundra Panther. And sure enough, they do. They activate as the bright headlights, which is really, really cool. So I'm glad Rockstar decided to make those functional and didn't just decide to make them sort of an accessory as a part of the design of the vehicle. Now, the only other thing I found interesting upon going into first person, you actually get a nice big look at the new logo that Rockstar has for this car, the Toundra logo, and it's actually kind of cool. It's this sort of T that's going forward, and then you have the French colored flags, and then it actually spells out Toundra on the bottom. So very cool stuff right there. This is a brand new sports car that Rockstar has just added into GTA Online. To give you my opinion on the vehicle, I think this is a must-buy simply because it is one of the brand new car manufacturers in game. We've never seen it in GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto Online, or the entire GTA series for that matter, so it makes it extremely unique and very rare, so a must-buy in my opinion. The only thing that's a little bit scary is that price tag at over $2 million. So if there is the ability to get it on discount, maybe you want to wait for that. But give me your opinions on this new sports car. Do you like it? Are you a fan of it? Are you not a fan of it? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. If you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel, and be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.